Jaguar Land Rover manufactured possibly the best luxury SUV in history. Just this year, they've released the new Range Rover Vogue models. They went crazy on their new SUVs. It is decked out, having 125 newly patented technology integrated into it. Want to find out what I'm talking about? Keep watching as I tell you why the 2022 Range Rover is possibly the best luxury SUV right now. One of the reasons is what lies under the hood. The car carries two 3-litre diesel engines, one with 300 horsepower and the other packing 350. It also comes with a 3-litre petrol engine that packs another 400 horsepower. If that's still not enough for you, you can upgrade it to a 4.4 twin-turbo V8 engine that has 530 horsepower. This gives it surprising speed when on the road, something the Range Rover isn't particularly known for. It's far from being a sports car, but if you give it time to ramp up, it makes good work on the highway. You can also opt for the hybrid option, which adds a 36 kilowatt-hour capacity engine. This is enough to last you 62 miles, while driving at speeds of up to 80 miles per hour on electricity alone. It has the standard 4-wheel drive, but with the raging gas prices, you might want to consider using the 2-wheel drive option to save a few litres. Oh, who am I kidding? If you're getting this car, you're probably not the type to worry about gas prices. That's because getting one of these bad boys will cost you $93,800. And that's just the very base model. If you're looking to have every conceivable luxury to be present in your car, you may well be spending up to $215,000. The question is it worth it? The answer? Absolutely. This new Range Rover far surpasses its old versions in terms of value. For starters, it has more legroom than before. How so? Because even though the car length itself is the same, an increase of 75mm was made to the wheelbase. The electrically powered suspension also automatically lowers the car when driven at high speeds. The car now has a drag coefficient of only 0.30%. 12% more aerodynamic than the old model. Another improvement was the soundproofing of the vehicle. You won't need to bear an overpowering engine or the noise of the road. This is thanks to the noise-cancelling software that runs through the car's speaker. With the car being 24% quieter than before, the people inside can have a lovely chat as much as they want to. But what makes this car so luxurious is how truly drivable it is. Given its huge size, it's easy to think that maneuvering the vehicle would be challenging. But that's simply not the case for the new Range Rover. Its design did a lot to make it feel smaller than it is. It is 50% firmer than the old models. This gives it a precise driving feel because of how responsive the steering becomes. The other thing is the elevation of the driving position. Even when adjusted to the lowest height, the driver still has a great vision on the road. It makes the vehicle seem more open. You also won't have the usual blind spots when making turns that cars this size have. For the first time, Land Rover also implemented rear-wheel steering in their vehicle. This gives the new Range Rover just a 10.95-meter turning circle, which is less than a Mercedes A-Class has. Can you believe that an SUV moves tighter than a top-of-the-line sedan? This is perfect for narrow paths when off-roading, and likewise when navigating through cramped city streets. It isn't even the car about the mechanisms alone. The interior also does a lot for comfort. It has a minimalist but elegant design. They designated the most important controls as physical buttons, and everything else on the easy touch screen. The digital driver's display is also clear and simple. Even if you're not a fan of digital displays, you'll still appreciate this one. The infotainment system goes with the modern look the new Range Rover is going for. It floats on the dash and is slightly curved. Its CPU accommodates updates. So even after several years, you'll still have the latest software on your vehicle. The dashboard itself is almost the same as the old model, but there are subtle changes that make it look more modernized. The console has a nice flat top, Its polished wood veneers match the door trims. If you want to get even fancier, you can get ceramic add-ons to the gearbox. The seats have floating armrests and use the same leather found on expensive furniture. A throne fit for a king. If that's not luxury, I don't know what is. The base model accommodates 5 seats, and they are all powered, so you can adjust and recline them with just a push of a button. And if you want even more personal space, there's a 4-seater version. This one has a center divider with an adjustable table and a mini fridge in between the 2 back seats. Perfect storage for your most expensive glass of champagne. Just remember to not drink and drive. This option already has more leg space than the 5-seater version, but you can get even more by getting the long wheelbase model. However, this wouldn't suit you if you're the type who likes to travel with friends or family. What would suit you though is the 7-seater version of the long wheelbase model. This is the first Range Rover to accommodate 7 seats. All seats are intended to be occupied by adults. That's why there's ample legroom and comfortable sitting conditions, even at the back. The trims there also match the leather used throughout the car. This way, those who sit at the back won't feel like they've got the short end of the stick. The first time I saw the new Range Rover, one word popped into my mind: smooth. At first sight, you know it's a Range Rover. It has the signature look and silhouette of one. However, it has a more sleek appearance, playing towards that modernized feel. It was a deliberate and consistent design element present throughout the vehicle. They changed the grille pattern to look more modern. The cameras and sensors are also integrated into the design. The headlights are an example of the newly patented technology I mentioned earlier. It's made of just a little over 1 million mirrors. This allows the driver to block out 16 different areas of the headlight so that the incoming vehicle won't be blinded by them. The side continues the aesthetic. The surface is flat when parked or running. The electrically activated door handles only pop out whenever they are in use. The body also curls over the window. This means that, unlike most cars, the seal isn't visible. The back probably adhered to the smooth design the most. The exhaust pipes are not visible and are hidden underneath the vehicle. And you wouldn't even notice the tail lights and signal indicators until they are lit up. The way they are integrated into the design makes them so subtle. The diffused glow they give off is another example of the new patents. It achieves this effect because they are reflections and not direct projections. As with all Range Rovers, the new models boast the split tailgate. It has plenty of room when opened up, even in the 7-seater version. You can also recline the electric-powered seats. Then you'll have all the space in the world. The storage on the floor can also double up as a backrest. Combined with the optional special cushions, built-in cup holders and speakers at the hatch, you have everything you need to just sit back and admire the great outdoors. And that's actually how Range Rover rose to fame, right? This new model indeed has lost some of its ruggedness. With the new look, you might not think it's something that belongs off-road. But make no mistake, this car is just as, if not more capable when off the road compared to its predecessors. With a wheel articulation of almost half a meter, it has everything it needs to conquer most paths. Just pick your destination. If you're going through rocky terrain, the ground clearance of 30 meters has you covered. With a wading clearance of 90 centimeters, you won't need to worry about going through shallow rivers and floods. It can also go up a 45-degree incline, perfect for steep hills and mountains. You have the freedom to explore on your own accord. And what's more luxurious than being able to go wherever you want, whenever you want? That is why the 2022 Range Rover is the best luxury SUV on the market right now. But what about you? What do you think about the new Range Rover? Leave a comment down below. If you love this car as much as we do, let us know by leaving a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more exotic car content. I mentioned earlier that the new Range Rover could run 80 miles per hour on just electricity. But do you know the best vehicles that run on electricity alone? Check this video to see what are the best electric vehicles right now.